Hey y'all, we're back here in the garage, or in the it's not the garage, little utility shed, where I got the PIP, PIP, MPP, and my lithium batteries. And I've been kind of busy working on this hot water heater thing I've been working on. Made this little switch up, just got it wired and programmed. And man, I am just unbelievably happy with it. When my batteries get almost fully charged, it switches on. I have control of all the voltage parameters. Can adjust when it switches on and when it switches off. So I have it switching on when the batteries are about 98%, and as you can see, it goes up. It's my hot water heater. And I rewired the hot water heater for 120 volts instead of 220 because my unit's only making, you can see where the wires come in. This is where the grid comes in, or the generator, and that powers these breakers from here down. And then I cut two legs out of the breakers, and you can see where the MPP comes in right here and goes in to a 100 amp breaker. And then the way I got it set up is, get up close here so if you guys can see this. Okay, the two 100 amp breakers here and here. If I put this in like this, okay, and switch this breaker on, it puts me fully on the grid with two-phase power. And what I did is, the PIP's running in here, the grid's not on, and it's feeding all the breakers up here. So it's powering the whole house. The hot water heater and the stove were on down here, and I don't use the stove really, I eat on a lot, but I have the breaker to the stove off as well. And the grid power feeds the MPP for backup. So that's off the grid right there. And then it's separated. And then the MPP feeds from the transformer. There's nothing to look at, but the transformer's wired in to that 100 amp breaker, and that's how I got it set up. Now I'm looking very forward to getting my second unit, which will go there, and that's kind of my dummy unit right there, and that's at the level where I want to put them. But this solar hot water heater thing, man, I gotta tell you, when you rewire it from 220 to 120, it only draws 1,000 watts. And it's what I was doing, instead of losing the power now to the solar panels, putting it on the hot water heater. And I know this because I've been doing it manually from the breaker. And wouldn't you know it, as soon as I get the switch hooked up, it looks like we got several cloudy days here in Orlando, several in a row. So I won't get to see how well this device works until you get a little more testing on it. And then check this out. I'm running, you can't see it, but I'm running a transformer on a transformer. The transformer here is what runs the device, and then I got the wiring. I went ahead and put a little extra protection on it, on the loom there that goes down and connects to the batteries right here. I just kind of got them temporarily connected to the fuses, and I got both ends fused. And I tried to make my system as efficient as possible. I mean, you don't see leads that short very often, and I mean, they got just a little bit of play in them, but, and it's just that same wire right there. Just I was trying to make it efficient. Plus, my wire from the battery to the inverter is only about 1 foot, and the other one's only about 3 or 4 foot. So I'm looking forward to getting the other unit up there, getting two-phase power, another transformer. And if you run these in parallel, you only need 2 transformers. I'm going to use this one to feed both PIPs the grid, And I'm going to use the generator start to switch it on, just with the relay, and that way it just won't be on for no reason. And then if it ever needs the grid, if the batteries ever run down and the inverter sense it needs the grid, it'll just flip onto the grid, use the grid till either the sun comes out or whatever, and get them charged up, and then it'll switch back to the solar system. So that's what I've been working on. That's what I wanted to show you guys.